Hi, I'm here with the founder of Cognitivo, Alan Shao. Hi, Alan. Can you tell us a little bit about Cognitivo? What problems do you guys solve?
We are the UI of AI, and we're here to help enterprises build AI-powered applications at scale.
Okay. So what are the challenges with scaling AI?
Well, I think there are two predominant ones. So today's transactional applications are very smart, and today's analytical applications aren't real-time enough. And a big part of the cause is I've personally seen organizations spend hundreds of millions of dollars on data lakes and data warehouses. And then when the CRO says, I want a credit risk engine or I want an AML engine, we find that we need to copy all of that data into another mini warehouse just because it's got a credit risk algorithm in it or something like that. So organizations spend 80 or 90% of their time and effort in these projects just moving data around. Now, if you think about today's modern data architecture with virtualization, with parallel compute, with cloud native data and AI applications, we want where our customers have invested in a data lakehouse or an AI ML engine, regardless of what cloud provider that's on, to access our marketplace of fine-tunable algorithms and move the algorithm to the data, because that's just way, way more efficient. But that's only half the story. Once you've got the ML algorithm there, what about the transactional layer? What about the human input? What about workflow? So we also provide a user experience and a user interface layer where our clients can build applications that interact with those ML models. And that gives us a human in the loop, an infusion of CX with AI, and therefore we can add to it responsible AI components because we know what the human interaction is. We have feedback, and then we can look at things like what was the accuracy of that model. And that is all wrapped up in our product called AI Factory.
Hmm. So, Alan, are you able to share some of your customers' use cases?
Yeah. So we've got lots and lots of different use cases that we've deployed and built over the past 24 months or so. So from KYC use cases or OCDD use cases where we can look into a repository of documents, extract all the documents that have IDs in them and match it up with a CRM database, do a ID call, complaint handling, invoice processing, financial crimes type use cases where we add a knowledge graph to an AI ML layer, and other use cases like Scope 3 missions where we work within our marketplace to bring together different services that does invoice digitization, e-invoice creation, item categorization, and carbon enrichment. So at the end of the day, we provide financial services companies a whole raft of different use cases that go across financial needs analysis all the way to servicing, fulfillment, and reporting.
So, Alan, can you tell us or give us an example how you can use the AI Factory to create good financial habits using data and personalization?
Sure, Jason. To get to that, I'm going to switch to a demo. So what you're seeing here is a demo of our application. The application we have built is an unassisted chatbot that can ask questions to gather information about a person's financial situation. What we have done is we've put a large language model and integrated that with what we call a knowledge graph. And in the knowledge graph, we've added an ontology of all the different data that you can see that you would need to capture in a financial advice process. Now, the chatbot uses that graph to ask questions relating to the scope of advice. So you can see in this example here, the chatbot has said, hey, how can I help you? And I've said, I would like help with retirement planning. And then it said, okay, well, to help you with that, I need to find out these things. and it's asking me questions about what is my current income. And I've said, I earn $200,000 a year working in an oil company. It's then mapped that bit of data into the knowledge graph. So you can see here, income, 200,000 a year, source of income is an oil company. And then asked me, do you have any other sources of income? And I've said, I receive dividends of $30,000 a year. So in that, I have dividends of $30,000 a year, so on and so forth. It then goes on to ask me, what are my expenses? And I say, okay, well, I've got $80,000 in expenses, and that's got my mortgage and holiday and all that sort of stuff. So expenses, 80,000, which is broken up by holidays, food, and my mortgage repayment. It's then asked me, do you have any other expenses such as medical fees? And I said, I have lung cancer and I spend $15,000 on medical costs. It's mapped the medical costs there. And I think it's also said that in my personal situation under health, it's recorded that I have lung cancer. So what we've got here is a system that is hyper-personalized to the extent that we can not only add data that is structured from my customers holding, but every single interaction that I have in any channel can be mapped into this hyper-personalized knowledge graph single customer view. What can we do with that? We can then use that to fill out forms, applications, and we can also send that into one of the available analytical engines we have on our platform to assess things like credit risk, product recommenders, product suitability, and give the customer feedback as to, well, how are they tracking with regards to their goals? What is their financial health? And we can do this in a completely unassisted way, giving or providing much better access for financial advice to the broader population. Thank you for seeing our demo.
Thank you, Alan.